I'll show you how to make your own seat post extender so that you can have the length of seat post you need for your bicycle. So this I placed on my mountain bike. Oh, he wants to participate. Hello. Hey doggy. This one I placed on a small BMX so that I could fit on it. So you can use this concept on your folding bike because folding bikes have long seat posts. You might need an extra few inches, so this is a seat post extender you can easily make. If you just want one piece of seat post instead of having an extender, you can use old water pipes. But I intend to use this in my other projects. I intend to make a pull-up bar. So anyway, and the disadvantage of galvanized water pipes is that they're just too heavy to be made into long seat posts. And if you're thinking of buying a galvanized water pipe in the junk shop, think again because that's dirty. You don't know from where that came from. That might have come from a dirty bathroom. Yuck. Another alternative, if you don't want to use galvanized water pipes, is to use electrical conduit. I have this bicycle building book. It shows you how to make different kinds of bicycles at home. Let's see the projects for a while. So these are just some of the bicycles you can make yourself at home. A recumbent bike. You're lying already on the ground. So you can also make your own bicycle chopper, that kind of handlebar. Or if you're suicidal like the author, I think that's the author, you can make this kind of bicycle. So for bicycle frames and tubings, the author recommends electrical conduit. So thin-walled electrical conduit in various sizes. So this is used for enclosing electrical wires in houses and residential areas or buildings. The problem is, even if you find the correct diameter for your seat tube, you're forced to buy about the minimum length is 20 feet, so you'll be wasting a lot of tubing unless you want to build your own bicycles. So what I did was to come up with a simpler solution. This is a nice book on bicycling by Eugene Sloan. It discusses the placement of seat tubes inside the placement of seat posts inside the seat tube. The reason why you have to place the correct seat length vis-a-vis the correct seat post insertion in your seat tube is that most authors recommend placing 3 inches of seat post inside your seat tube because it's dangerous if you just place it about 1 inch or 2 inches. Your seat tube might crack and you might suffer an accident. The author says that's an important warning because less than 3 inches of seat post inside the seat tube can damage the frame. Even snap off the top of the seat tube. And then he goes on to say a snapped off seat tube or seat tube cluster can cause loss of control and an accident as you ride. So you have to insert at least 3 inches inside your seat tube. The safety markings are usually placed in the seat tube. It's about, here it's more than 3 inches. So that's a safe insertion in your seat tube. Now we'll be using ordinary seat tubes in making your seat post extenders. So there are many kinds of seat tubes. You have the L seat tube or the bent seat tube, usually used in BMX, because BMX frames are small, so you want to be farther from the handlebar, so you use this. And then slightly bent ones, this is an overly bent one. And then ordinarily you have straight seat tubes. It's really hard to locate long seat tubes that you want, so you have to make a seat tube extender. What I'll teach you, you can use in extending. Supposing you want to use this, but you want it to be further up, so you just place an extender here, also here. So for seat post extenders, you have to take note of this principle. The extender should be bigger in size than the seat post itself, or reverse it. The seat post should be bigger in size than the extender, because sometimes you have to insert the seat post this way, or sometimes the opening in your seat tube is small, so you insert it this way. Just remember that one is bigger than the other. So like for this, so take a look. So you can insert this silver seat tube inside the black seat tube, because the black is bigger in diameter. So I hope you can see so that's the black. The silver seat tube is this one, because this is what you're aiming for. This is the seat tube bigger in diameter, so this now serves as the extender. So you place your saddle here. So instead of so you have to insert it this way, so that's the marking. If you insert it there, you'll be limited to around this portion, but you want to go up there. So your remedy is to make a seat post extender. You will need to grind this portion. You will need to grind the portion of the bigger tubing this way, so that when you place your seat clamp, this area would crimp the tubing that is smaller. So again, you have to place this slit with your angle grinder that way, and then place the larger diameter seat post over the one that is smaller, and then put them together by means of a seat clamp. You can use a quick release one. In my case, I used one with an ordinary nut, because this is cheaper to experiment with. So now supposing this length is, so you will insert your tube here. Supposing this length is still not enough, your remedy is to place another seat post there, so you'll have the length you want. Now supposing you cannot locate a seat post of two sizes, meaning they are of the same size, then you have to make an adapter like this. So what you will insert is seat tubes of the same size. You insert one here and then insert one there, make them meet halfway, and then crimp this area with your so one seat clamp here, one seat post clamp there. So you'll have actually, so you can insert this here Again, if you are only able to find seat posts of the same diameter, you can still make an adapter to make them long, to make it long. So again, insert one here, insert one there, put the seat clamp here and a seat clamp there. For safety, you have to make them meet halfway here. So insert it further up to here. This one, insert it further up to there, and then place seat clamps. Okay, that's how easy it is to lengthen the seat post of your bicycle. You have to have the correct length so that you will not damage your knees while pedaling. So instead of being limited to this height, you can go all the way up and place your seat post there. Especially on if you're improvising on a folding bike. Okay, time for coffee. Oh yeah.